I don't care what nobody say. Money is 98% of people's stress.
I just split my groceries 3 different ways in order to pay for them, with a line of people behind me. I wanted to cry so bad walking out of that store. It was so embarrassing. All I want to do is provide for my family and my friends and myself. I want to create a future where I can help other people. And I can't even buy my own fucking groceries right now.
I feel bad for my generation, bro. I absolutely feel bad for my generation because we're all in that age realm of where we want to move out of our parents' house because of all like the horrible toxicity. They always want to have dictatorship over us. They basically want to punk us 25-8. But yet we're in a time period where even people with a college degree can't even get a job at fucking McDonald's, let alone any corporation. It's so fucking bad. And the old people, the boomers, they're jealous of us because we have all this advanced stuff. That's why they're refusing to retire. They're putting in certain limitations and guidelines, all that shit. And it sucks, bro. Like, it really does, because why me, as someone who's in grad school, I'm struggling to find an actual good job and I'm stuck at a retail job. Like, it's hard as fuck. And like, Indeed, LinkedIn, all that we were told would help us get a job, it's not working. It's not working at all. And I'm at the point now where if I see someone with a decent job and living in a decent home, at least $50,000 a year, I envy that shit. And I'll say it. I'm a grad student and I envy that. And fucking groceries is damn near an arm and a fucking leg and maybe a fucking ankle. And you can't even get a damn place. A place is damn near your whole college tuition, damn near. Like I said, bro, us as Gen Z, we gotta be some fucking hustlers because this shit is getting out of hand.
Hey YouTube, everywhere online right now people are talking about how expensive everything feels, how paychecks disappear faster than ever, and how a lot of families feel like they're running in place no matter how hard they work. So today we're looking at a bunch of perspectives around money, the economy, and why so many people feel financially stressed even when they're doing what they're supposed to do. The bigger question is whether this is just a rough period people need to push through, or if something deeper has changed about what it takes to build a stable life in America.
It's getting so bad, families can't even hide from their kids they're broke. The kids are aware that they're broke. So I saw in the store the other day, this family, one of the kids went and grabbed them a pack of Oreos and said, "Mommy, can we get these?" Mother saw the price. It was like $5.50. And she's like, "Honey, how about we get these instead?" And it was the chocolate sandwich cookies, like the cheap knockoff brand. And the kid immediately put the Oreos down as if they understood and went and picked up the fake Oreos, cheap knockoff brand, put it in the cart, didn't say another word. So the kid is fully aware exactly why his mother told him not to get the Oreos, to get something else. And it was funny because that same day when I got in line, one mother said to the kids, "Well, do y'all want some candy?" And the kids were like, "Yeah." And so they got to reaching for like the Skittles and the name brand Haribo, I think it's called, gummy bears. And the mother said, "No, how about these over here?" And she went and pointed at the knockoff 88 cents, 99 cents packets of candy. One of the kids took that version of the gummy bears, but the other kids were like, "No, I'm okay." It's so bad. Kids know that their parents are broke. Kids know that the budget is tight. And the saddest part is that Fox News is coming out talking about some hamburger helper sales are on the rise, the budget-friendly meal as Americans tighten their wallets. That's not funny. That's not something to celebrate. We all know hamburger helper is a broke people meal. Like that's how that works. Like all broke homes, from the hood to the trailer parks. We all knew hamburger helper, and they're trying to spin it in a good way. And it just hurts my heart that Fox News is playing that game. I'm seeing families struggling, trying to make the kids happy, and Fox News is trying to make light of this situation. It's really not healthy. And I just don't know when the money will be right. And I don't think it ever will be for a while, especially with the current administration still in office, because they're not doing anything to help stimulate economic growth. There are no new jobs, like I've said before. I'm pretty sure we are in stagflation because interest rates have surpassed the rate of wage growth. but nobody's talking about it. And I'm pretty sure we're also in a recession because nobody is talking about it. Like, the value of our dollar is slowly going down. The purchasing power of our dollar is going down, and nobody's talking about it. And it's going to get worse well before it can get better. But the problem is, nothing is in place right now to make it get better. No policies, no actions, nothing is being done to set it up to get better. So I just don't know what's going to happen. And for all us single people out there, we know what the struggle is, but we just taking care of us. For all y'all with kids out there, especially if you're single with kids, I just wish y'all the best of luck. I do hope that y'all can make it, and I hope that you're having a good interaction with your kids and they understand it's not personal, and you're able to have that conversation, that they understand it's not personal and stuff. It's just the situation for now, and y'all are having a good relationship and they can just have their needs fulfilled and a few wants here and there. I just hope that that's the case, because it's just going to keep getting worse, and they're cutting SNAP, they're getting rid of school lunches. I feel for y'all, you know. I wasn't blessed with kids, and I don't think if I was presented with the opportunity, I'm not sure I would take it in this current climate, because I just don't know where things are going to end up. But that's me on my soapbox. Treat yourself to some knockoff cookies if you can afford it, or some knockoff gummy bears if you can afford it, while you still can afford it. You know, go ahead, feel good about yourself, because saving that dollar, it ain't gonna make no difference nowadays. Y'all have a good day.
One of the biggest reasons people feel stressed right now is that everyday life simply costs way more than it used to. A lot of people don't even need statistics to notice it, because they see it every time they buy groceries, fill up their car, or pay a bill. The problem is that wages usually don't rise as fast as prices do. Even if someone gets a raise, it can disappear almost immediately because everything else got more expensive too. That creates a feeling that you're working just as hard but getting less in return. For younger people, this can be frustrating because many of the financial goals they grew up hearing about seem much harder to reach. Owning a house, moving out, or starting a family all look different when basic expenses take such a large portion of income. People aren't imagining these pressures. They're dealing with them every single day. When enough families feel that same squeeze at once, it changes how an entire generation views money, and that can have a long-term lasting effect.
I'm not okay. That's just the truth. And I'm scared. I'm really worried for what this month brings. I know I can't keep up this grind of door dashing 13 hours a day to make things work. I'm tired, man. Go out from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. every day, and then again from 8 o'clock to noon, and I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating, I'm not taking care of myself, but life can't stop. But I also don't know how much more I can take. And I think that's the part that's scaring me the most right now, is I don't know how much more I can physically take. So fucking tired, man. Just tired. I'm so tired.
When do you think they'll get it? When do you think they're going to understand that people cannot afford the lives that they want? They can't afford the children. The generations will continue to get smaller. People will continue having fewer children. When do you think that's going to happen? Like, it's not a matter of, oh, well, it's just like a minor dip. It's a matter of the fact that people can barely make it work on their own. Or if you're in a situation like myself, I'm finally making really good money. I'm not going to immediately funnel that to a freaking kid. No, absolutely not. And yet the cost of living is still insane. Inflation's still insane. Housing still insane. And it's like they just think that they can continue to escalate on every front and everyone's still going to comply. Like, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to collapse. Like, I just don't understand why this is all coming as a surprise for them. They just think they can squeeze more and more and more. Everyone's increasing their prices on every front and saying, why isn't anyone having children? Gee, I wonder.
You seen the economy? What makes property management think that people want to pay $1,500 plus to live at a property where you don't even power wash the buildings? Buildings all green and rot on the side. But I know clean when I see it. And a lot of these buildings, a lot of these apartment complexes don't be clean on the outside. Just as nasty. The property itself has not been managed. The trash people only coming to get the little trash bin. They got trash all outside. Residents done been leaving the bags of trash on the outside of the trash bin. Respectfully, if y'all collecting $1,500+ a month, that's on the residents who live on site, who did get approved. Outside of the millions or thousands of people who are applying daily, and you eating up their application fees and they not even getting approved, why don't you have money to fix things up on the property for it to look appealing, for it to look like it's worth $1,500+? You haven't power washed the size of the building. Webs, all type of stuff falling from the size of the building. Trash, you got the residents not following valet trash system. They got 4 bags of trash lined up outside of their apartment door. Roaches, bugs, infestation.
Something that confuses a lot of people is why spending continues even when everyone says money's tight. The reality is that not all spending is luxury spending. A huge amount of spending comes from necessities that people really can't easily avoid. Rent still has to be paid, food still has to be bought, and transportation is still needed to get to work or school. At the same time, some people continue buying smaller comforts because constantly cutting everything out can be exhausting. If someone's stressed all week, spending a little money on something enjoyable can feel worth it. The result is a weird economy where people complain about prices while businesses still see customers. Both things can be true at the same time. People may still be spending money, but that doesn't automatically mean they feel financially secure.
It is no secret how dog shit the economy is. If you are not experiencing it firsthand, you're definitely coming across videos of people that are. People's videos of people saying, myself included, saying they've made the most money that they've ever made in their life, yet they're the most broke. Or even 6 years ago, they made far less, myself included, far less, but seem to be financially better off then than they are now. If you have eyeballs or even ears, you understand that people are struggling and the economy is complete ass. However, you'll come across a few videos of people rebuttaling, saying like, oh, speak for yourself, which come on, man. Just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean not anyone else is struggling. But oftentimes their rebuttal stems around people spending. Well, if people are struggling so much, how come people keep spending? Buying flights, buying vacations, buying purses, buying material items, cars, et cetera, et cetera. And they are not wrong, right? For corporations to lower prices on shit, we do have to stop spending. But I'm going to tell you why we keep spending. We don't give a shit anymore. We are so burnt out. We are so stressed. And some of us, depression of the life around us and the landscape that we are currently living in, we just don't give a shit. We're so disassociated. We're like, yeah, I'm going to buy that fucking flight. Yeah, I'm going to take that vacation. Yeah, I'm going to squeeze whatever ounce of joy and happiness I can, because this is no way to live. So that's why people keep spending. And honestly, I don't blame them.
$17. What the fuck? 2 things and a drink. $17.50. Taco Bell. Cheesy gordita crunch and a quesadilla. And a root beer. $17.15. They couldn't even get the shell in the middle.
Let's just say it how it is. Gen Z got screwed over because we just set the record high unemployment rate for college graduates. Yeah, haha. Internalize that. Think about it really quick. Let's think about what college was for in the first place, why it's even a thing. To get an education, to develop a skill and become an asset to the market, which is to get a job. It is for getting a job, job security, stable income, retiring, the American dream. But no, now it's just a funnel, a pipeline to get into a buttload of freaking debt. College is not what it used to be, and it is 100 times the price of what it used to be. How does that make sense? The system has absolutely failed Gen Z, because now college graduates are forced to find freaking work in the most resilient, ridiculous ways possible. I've seen people with 4.0s from Ivy League schools with the craziest academic and records and resumes get denied from entry-level positions. That is how bad it is. And then they're forced to figure things out online or go on certain apps to just find side hustle work, which is fine. We're resilient. That's okay. But that's not how it should be. The system has absolutely failed all of us. For me, for example, I'm super grateful because I'm able to find work through this app and platform called SideShift. I do UGC creation for brands that I find on it. But if I wasn't doing that, I would be freaking out. I don't even know what I'd be doing. I'd be homeless. I've applied to over 300 companies. I have 2 degrees. I have my bachelor's, my master's, and I've gotten denied from all of them. I've interviewed for only like 20 of them, which is a horrible ratio. What is happening? What are people doing for work right now? Please let me know in the comments down below.
A lot of younger people look at the future differently than previous generations did. Many grew up hearing that if you worked hard, got good grades, and followed the traditional path, things would eventually fall into place. Now they're seeing graduates struggle to find jobs, families delaying major life decisions, and costs continuing to rise. That doesn't mean success is impossible, but it does mean the path is less predictable. As a result, many people are becoming more cautious about money at a younger age. They're paying attention to debt, housing costs, and job markets much earlier than they otherwise would. Even teenagers are becoming more aware of financial issues because they hear conversations about money everywhere. The reason these discussions are getting so much attention online is because a lot of people feel like they're facing the same challenges at the same time. Whether things improve quickly or not, it's clear that money has become one of the biggest concerns shaping how the generation sees the future.